Which legendary rugby rivalries are rarely talked about? Imagine a rivalry that has been simmering quietly for nearly a century, full of passion and fierce competition, yet rarely makes headlines outside its region. That's the case with some of rugby's lesser-known rivalries. While everyone knows about New Zealand versus South Africa or England versus France, other matchups have stories just as rich but don't get as much attention. Take Fiji versus Samoa. These two Pacific Island nations have a rivalry that's all about raw power and cultural pride. Their first game was played back in 1924, and since then, they've met over 50 times. Fiji has a slight edge, but both teams are known for producing incredible talent. Many players switch national teams, which adds an extra layer of complexity. Their matches are always intense, full of physical play and passion that reflects their island heritage. Another rivalry that flies under the radar is between the Manly Sea Eagles and the Melbourne Storm. Although these are rugby league teams, their battles are legendary in Australia. Since Melbourne joined the National Rugby League in 1998, their clashes with Manly have been marked by dramatic moments. The grand final matchups in 2007 and 2008 are especially memorable, showcasing resilience and fierce competition. These games often turn into physical battles that fans remember long after the final whistle. Then there's the oldest rivalry in Australian Rugby League, between the Sydney Roosters and the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Starting in 1908, this rivalry grew from territorial disputes and financial struggles. Over the years, they've had dramatic shifts in dominance, with legendary players swapping sides and historic matches that keep fans on the edge of their seats. Yet, outside Australia, many rugby fans don't realize how deep and passionate this rivalry runs. In New Zealand, the rivalry between the Auckland Blues and the Canterbury Crusaders was a major part of the domestic rugby scene before Super Rugby became global. These teams represented different regions with unique playing styles. Their battles helped shape New Zealand rugby, but they don't get the same international attention as the All Blacks rivalries. Still, for Kiwi fans, these matchups are full of history and pride. There are also international rivalries that don't always get the spotlight. England versus Australia has a long history, especially in the Rugby World Cup, but it's often overshadowed by the England versus New Zealand rivalry. Similarly, Ireland versus Wales is a classic Six Nations contest, rich in tradition, but less talked about outside Europe. These rivalries may not always be in the global spotlight, but they are vital to the fabric of rugby. They show regional pride, distinct playing styles, and deep-rooted competition that has shaped players and teams for decades. Knowing about these matchups gives a broader view of rugby's culture and history beyond the biggest international games.